Hello and welcome back, BuckPole viewers. This is David, and in a previous video we did how to mount a scope on your crossbow. Now we're going to go beyond just how to mount a scope to how to go through and set your bow or your crossbow up to get ready for your first shots, and some basic maintenance things that you need to worry about and take care of after you've shot that first shot. So stay tuned and we will show you how we do that. Okay, welcome back. As promised in the intro, we are going to go through and show you what you need to know to have it set up and ready to go for your first shot. Before I even start taking care of waxing strings, waxing rails, any of that stuff that's bow related on a crossbow, I go through when I'm helping someone I know set one up. And the first thing I do is ergonomics. If you watched our video on how to do the scope, you will notice that I definitely stressed in there making sure that when you pull the bow up, you can see through properly and you have everything squared away at the scope. Since we did that in a separate video, we're not going to touch on that too much here. You can go check out the other video. One thing that we did know as we were looking at it, this was set up in a pro shop, and that's fine. They set it up perfectly fine. As far as ergonomics, I asked my father-in-law how he likes this hand grip where it is. The fangs have a couple bolts that go through on a weaver style rail underneath, and you can slide this forward or back. He said he would like to have it slid forward a little bit if we can possibly do it, so I'm going to slide this forward a notch or two. Another thing I'm going to address is this mount. This mount is a place where vibration can really happen. I'm going to pull out some Loctite and I'm going to remove this mount. I'm going to spin it so that the lever is towards the front, and then I'm also going to make sure I tighten down these bolts and Allen's really well. This actually looks like it has locking washers in it, so I'm probably not going to break out the Loctite then on that part. But the top part looks like it's just a traditional nut, so I will definitely be going through with a little bit of Loctite on these. Anything to take out vibration, and then like I said, we're going to spin that around so that it's more comfortable, it's more ergonomic, it works better for the shooter. So that's going to be our first goal before we even touch anything else on the crossbow. So there you guys go. Check your bows over for stuff like that, and then once you got the ergonomics down, come back to the video and we'll show you where to go from there. Okay, so we went through, we ended up moving this forward a couple spaces, getting some Loctite on this. Then we flipped this cam around so it's not hitting the hand grip. And now you can get, well, just because it's on TV, you can get the quiver out of here a lot easier. So that definitely locking over there is much more beneficial. With the way it locks, if you hit something, more likely than not it'll help push it shut as opposed to opening it up further. The last big thing you need to do before you go out and you start shooting your new crossbow, just double look over, make sure all the cables and stuff are on all the leads where they're supposed to be. It can be completely assembled from the factory and something could be off, and the last thing you want to do is have a string jump on you the first time you shoot it. You see all these horror stories of guys shooting and the first time around it snaps a string. Well, usually that's because this comes off somehow and it blows a string up. So go through, double check all your cams over and stuff, make sure all your strings are aligned properly. Then from there it's really simple. You grab your lube your string down wherever there's not serving on it, and then go through and lube your rail. I do just front to back. I also make sure I get this groove right where the crossbow rides, and I try to see if there's any spots that aren't smooth. Any spots where there's not smooth and there's like a flashing finish from the finish on the bow, I usually try to grab a small pocket knife or something like that and clean up any spots like that. Those little catches and stuff can wreak havoc on your string, or they can throw off the flight path of your arrow. So there you guys go. I hope you guys found this video entertaining. I'm sure it's not the most entertaining, but if not entertaining, at least you found it informative. And above all, my wish is that this video helps you enjoy the outdoors with your family and friends.